Julie, and I'm here to do a quick review for episode 601 of Pretty Little Liars, named Game On Charles. So the episode was really good. I really liked the episode. I think this is by far one of the best episodes of Pretty Little Liars. I think the season finale and this one are very solid episodes, and I really like them. This is the beginning of the end, according to Marlene King, showrunner of the show. She has said that we will get all the answers to all the questions that we have ever had on Pretty Little Liars, which I really hope she does, but at least that she reveals one of the biggest things that is who is A. We know Charles is A. We know that Charles is De Laurentiis. We know that, well, somehow he's related to Ali, Jason, and their family. We also know that he's a crazy psychopath. We don't know what happened. I posted my reaction video for Pretty Little Liars. I will be leaving the link right here, around somewhere on this video, so you can check that out. Okay, so the big question is who is A, who is Charles, and Marlene has said that it's not gonna be too much of who is he, but more why he is the way he is. And she said there are a couple songs by Patsy Cline. I think that's the name of the singer, and we have heard one of her songs on the show, and we heard it in this episode is Walking After Midnight. We heard that song on the season finale too, and if you listen closely to the lyrics, you kind of get an understanding of who this person is. He's a very lonely person because he's always looking for someone, and apparently he has an obsession with Ali. But on the show, the Rosewood PD, which is like the best police department in the entire planet, thinks that it's Andrew, and they're looking for Andrew because they think he's A. I don't think maybe Toby, Ezra, no, I think just Toby thinks that Andrew is really A because they have found journals, and maybe they know that Andrew has been following and listening to conversations and everything. So I think that's why everybody thinks Andrew is A. But as we know, Andrew is not A. Andrew is, I don't think he's even part of the team, because if you look closely, it doesn't seem like Charles has somebody to help him, because if he would, he wouldn't have to choose between his ballroom and kidnapping Allison. I think Andrew is just a distraction, just as Ezra was, and just as every other person is in every other episode of Pretty Little Liars. If Charles, what happened to Charles during his childhood? We know that Allison tells a story about two twin sisters, then one kills the other, and one of them gets sent away and the other one dies. Maybe it applies to this, but it's not two girls, but it's two boys, and maybe Jason not necessarily, they don't have to be brothers, no, I mean twins, but they could be brothers, like the big brother and the younger one. And I don't think the girl that appears there, it could be Allison, because Jessica on the video that was on Charles' ball, she says to the two little boys, "Kiss your sister," and we all assume it's Allison, but it could be, I don't know, it could be Bethany. It could be, I mean, we don't know anything about Bethany, so maybe it's Bethany. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Let's assume Charles did something very drastic. And if you remember on episode, I will be leaving the link to the scene on this video, so you can go check it out. But if you watch this scene, you can see Emily and Mrs. De Laurentiis talking about rebuilding Allison's room, and how Kenneth, Allison's dad, will just lock the door and throw away the key. And I think that's a very big clue, because maybe he did that with Charles, you know? He was somebody that he couldn't like take care of, and Charles was a problem, so he decided to lock him on what is the name of Radley. He locked him on Radley, and she wasn't supposed to go to see him, but you know, Jessica was her mother, so she needed to see him, you know. And I think that video, go check it out, says a lot about Kenneth's personality. You know, he just throws away, he doesn't want any trouble, and he sent Charles away. So if Charles has been raised on Radley, like he was there since a very young age, it will explain a lot. So in my opinion, why he's so obsessed, I hope you guys are understanding me, and I hope you guys are following my story, because sometimes I don't even know if I'm making sense, which is crazy. But okay, so if Charles was at Radley, we know that if he was there, he met Bethany. And maybe Bethany, we have never seen Bethany's face, but she maybe looked a lot like Allison. So maybe Jessica, in order to have to calm Charles down, she started dressing Bethany as Allison, and in his fantasy, in Charles' fantasy, he started believing that Bethany was Allison, and even though he knew she wasn't, that's why he was so obsessed with Allison. So maybe that's why Mrs. De Laurentiis was always giving Allison and Bethany the same gifts, taking them to the same places and everything, so just to get Charles to be calm and to have his version of Allison. So when that happened, when Bethany gets out of Radley, maybe Charles, I don't think Charles was, let's just assume Charles escapes too. And Bethany was very mad. She went to confront Jessica. She finds Allison. Allison never met her. It was just everything created by Mrs. De Laurentiis to keep both Allison and Charles happy. So Bethany hits Allie in the back of the head. Mrs. De Laurentiis, Jessica De Laurentiis, thinks that Alice is dead. She buries her, and all that is happening, it's being witnessed by Charles. So when that happens and Jessica buries Allison, Charles gets mad with Bethany because she killed his obsession. So he kills Bethany, or at least he knocks Bethany, and that's when we see Melissa pushing, because we never see Melissa actually hitting Bethany. So let's just say that Melissa finished Charles' job without knowing. I'm gonna believe in this story that Melissa is innocent of everything, which I don't think, but for this theory, let's assume she is. So Charles kills Bethany, technically, because she killed his obsession. So he thinks that Allie's dead, kills Bethany, and the next day he needs to have his obsession. He needs to build like Jessica built this new Allison on Bethany. He needs to create his new Allison. So he kidnaps Sara Harvey because Sara, I guess he was following her, maybe he knew about her, and she looks a lot like Allison, so he was there and kidnap her and keep her as her Allison until he decides to kidnap Mona and he decides to actually finish his game, you know, have all his dolls. Maybe he was, I don't know the reason why he was put on Radley. I hope that when the show progresses we have more theories about why Charles was at Radley. We know Charles was at Radley. I think we know. Yeah, we know. Let's assume we know that he was at Radley. So that will make sense. I mean, that's like putting 2 plus 2 in my head, at least. Don't judge me. Leave your theories, what you think about what I just said. Maybe I got like carried away and start talking insanities, but I really hope, I think this makes sense in my mind. Like why Charles kidnaps Sara Harvey the next day. He didn't kidnap her on the day Allison died. Because there's a message Charles sends to Allison saying, I bury her, like Jessica, he buried her the same way I watch her bury you. It doesn't mean that he was there. It means that he was watching and he was far away, and that's why, maybe that's why Mrs. De Laurentiis protect Bethany, because if Bethany knew, if Bethany was there and if everybody find out about Bethany, then you will find out about Charles and then you will find out all their little secrets. So I'm thinking that she didn't want Kenneth to actually knew that she continued visiting Charles. So I don't know why, but I think that at some point Kenneth was abusive of Jessica. I don't know, he doesn't seem like the very lovely kind of husband. I might be wrong. So that's my A theory right now. I love, like I said, I love the whole episode. I hope they give us more clues and we'll see how this progresses. Maybe next time that I do one of these videos it's completely different and like I will think somebody, but I don't know who Charles is. I do know he's somebody else. I don't think it's one of, at this point I don't think it's one of the liars because we know it's a dude. I don't think it's Toby. I kind of think it's Jason sometimes, but he was, I don't know, it could be, I'm not saying no. Who else could be? I don't think, I would love to have a connection between Ren and the De Laurentiis, I don't know how you pronounce it, there you go. I don't see the connection between Ren and the Allison's family. That's why I don't think it's Ren. But maybe it is. I don't know. Leave a comment telling me your theory, and if you think I'm saying crazy things, then tell me, because I have friends who watch the show, but they don't watch it on the day they air, so I can't talk to them right now. So this is the way I get out all my stories, so you guys can leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and yeah, I think this is not much of who is A, but more why A is A, and that could be, you know, it makes sense to me. I don't know, it makes sense to you guys. Please let me know. and I hope you like this kind of videos. I will be doing this kind of videos every week, 2 days after I do the reaction video, so you guys can see that. Links will be in the description below, and I have some exciting news for you guys next week. So please share this video, comment, and let me know who you think A is. I don't think it's Ren, like I say, but if I have to put a face to Charles, who would it be? I don't know. I guess Allison's long lost brother, but I don't have a face for him. But I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Who's A? If you think you have a theory about who's A, why he's A, and yeah, next time I'll be reading the comments. Some of the comments I will be reading them, so we can like put together a really good theory before Merlin tell us who A really is. So thank you guys, and subscribe, like this video, thumbs up, and what else? You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @JuliDG, and also on Facebook. So Instagram, Tumblr, everything, all my links will be in the description below, and you can check it out. Next week I have a big surprise for all the fans that I'm gonna be doing something. So please share it and tell me your best A theories, okay? So thank you guys. See you next time. Bye. Yeah, it's not working, girls. Just you put down the fire. Spencer, put it down. No, that's not a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. You know there are clues there that you're gonna need later. Why are you burning everything? Oh my god. These girls never learn.